Beginning of summer, time for coleslaw. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to use half a head for this recipe. You can double it easily, all right? Cut out the core. You can make this into dog treats, or you could put it in your sauerkraut. Cut this into pieces that'll fit into your food processor, or hand grate this. Half a bag of carrots. Take these, put them in the biocomposter. Put the largest grate size grater disc of your food processor in there. Turn this puppy on. It might be time for a new food processor. Big hint. Alright, shredded cabbage and carrot. If you want this to be kind of a bigger shred, you can do it on a box grater or a mandolin, but I got the what's that thing called? The food processor, and it works pretty good. Now, there's a trick here that I learned from the guys at Serious Eats, is that to keep coleslaw from getting kind of too slushy saucy, we're gonna pull some of the liquid out of here by adding some sugar and some salt and letting it sit for a minute. Kind of like getting ready for sauerkraut, but instead we're making coleslaw, all right? So for this half a head of cabbage, I've got 3 tablespoons of sugar and then 3 tablespoons of salt. Now don't get freaked out, most of it's going to come back out. So we're just going to mix this together now. We're going to take this, let it sit in your salad spinner. Pretty neat, huh? That's the salt. And the sugar's in there to sweeten the cabbage up a little bit. But look, that's what's going to thin out your coleslaw, and we're taking that out of the cabbage. I don't know if you know this, but I also have a podcast, an audio podcast called GardenFork Radio. There are links below to where you can find it on iTunes and some of the other podcast apps, or on the gardenfork.tv site. And I like to drink tea while I'm, is it marinating the slaw? What are we doing? Salting the slaw? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Give it a good spin. Look at that water coming out. That's great. So rinse this out with some water in your sink. Nice. Now, coleslaw dressing, there's all sorts of issues with that. I'm going to use a mayonnaise-based one, and this is kind of based on one from Bark Hot Dogs in Brooklyn. They have a recipe card, so I took the card and I was like, let's try this. We're going to put a little spin on it, all right? For dressing, for half a head of cabbage, that is 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of a good mustard, tablespoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of caraway seeds. Caraway seeds, a little bit, goes a long way. Couple of grinds of salt, pepper, more pepper than you think probably, enough to cover the top of that. Drop in our slaw. Well, try and keep it in the bowl. Wow. It's much crunchier than usual slaw. That's a really cool idea to put the salt in there, a little bit of sugar. Thank you to Cirrus Eats for that. Not too mayonnaisey. I like the apple cider vinegar. I like a little sugar in there, and I love mustard.